Okay, folks, we're on our second day of COVID self-isolation. Yeah, I seem to be very sensitive to catching COVID of late, but I haven't got any symptoms, pretty much. I did have a bit of a runny nose yesterday, but I think that might have been dust or something else, because I haven't felt that. It just happened a little bit, and I do get a runny nose sometimes, like when I eat. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But apart from that, no symptoms that I could discern. Yeah, our magenta toner is on its way out. We got a spare magenta this morning, ready to go. The next colour after this will be black. That'll be the last one in this group that'll go quickly, or whenever. Let's see what we've got. It's an interesting one. Anyway, it is Dad, happy birthday, Bash. Bash as in bashings. Wishing you a birthday that outshines all the rest. Oh, well, let me just tell you one thing about my father. Yes, it'll be his birthday sometime in November. I don't remember when it is, but Dad's an asshole. He's a teaser and a bully, and he won't accept my photocopier art as a hobby that I like to do, or an activity. He doesn't believe in my creative use of the photocopier. He thinks it's foolishness. So I'm basically going to just wish him a happy birthday. Birthday bashings, Daddy, you fucktard! Go fuck yourself on your birthday. Pull your fucking dick, you cunt. That's my wish to my dad. Anyway, enough of that. I'm trying to make something funny out of it anyway, folks. Normally I get really, really enraged, and I just get so fucking ropeable talking about my fucktard father. But he's not going to get this card. I'm not going to give it to him. He's always been against my creative use of the photocopier. He doesn't like eccentricity. He's always afraid of failure. He's really obsessed with normalcy, with being normal, like having heaps of friends and doing social activities that are cookie cutter activities, pre-made, prefabricated, nothing new. This is something that's off the beaten track. Dad used to always put me through heaps of after-school activities. He put me through several different activities when I was at school, and not one of them stuck. I couldn't stick with my after-school activities, and yet this is something that I've had for pretty much most of my life now. It's something that I've successfully with it. I didn't sell myself properly in the 90s when I was doing this, and that's why my dad is the way that he is, because I made some errors when I was young. But Dad takes it as, he thinks the artwork is the problem, that is the activity, that it's not going to succeed, it's a failure. But what he doesn't know is that I gave up the activity when it was trendy, because photocopier art was very popular in the early 90s, like in 1992 especially. And that was when I met my man Luigi, and we could have been doing photocopier art together and having a good time, but I didn't allow that to happen. I fucked up, and my dad just won't believe me that it wasn't the activity's problem. It was me giving it up and then taking it up again when it was all unpopular, because I had a place in the art movement of photocopier art. So now I have to repackage it and reboot it, so to speak. And I'm trying to get this stuff to go to air on the 6 o'clock news. And I want my dad to apologise for being so mean-spirited about my photocopier art, because for me to give up photocopier art was an extremely destructive thing I did, and I did some destructive things when I gave this up. When Dad tried to ban me from it, it made me destructive. So, the whole family did at one stage. So, yeah, it's very destructive not allowing me to enjoy what I do best. So, Dad, you don't know anything, you fucktard. Happy birthday for fucking nothing. I'm not going to fucking celebrate your dumb daddy birthday. I'll sing a song for you, Daddy. I'm going to sing a song. Dum daddy dum daddy dum 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 dum. Dum daddy dum daddy dum 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 dum. Dum daddy dum dum. Dum daddy dum daddy dum dum. Happy birthday bashings to you, Daddy. Suck your shit. Go fuck yourself, bitch. I hate you all, a fucking asshole. Yeah, anyway, that was a bit of a funny one. So there, that's Dad's. I made that song up about a couple of months ago. And it's so memorable that I didn't even have to write it down. It just it's a piece of music that just flows really smoothly. And I think this is a better piece. I think we could work with that one. But yeah, Dad's really dumb. He does activities himself which he can't do properly. Like, Dad's into singing. He likes to sing, but he can't fucking sing. He's with a group called Sing Australia. I think they feel sorry for him because he can't fucking sing. He can't sing. I've heard him sing, and it doesn't matter how much he fucking practices, he doesn't sound any good. He really doesn't. He's not a singer. He even told me when I was young that as a kid he was called a croaker by his music teacher. So fuck you, Dad. You can't fucking sing for buggery, you slut. How dare you criticise my primary talent? This is talent. I believe, Dad, that I can do this, that photocopier art is a talent, that I've made this up pretty much by myself. I didn't need any cookie cutter prefabricated activities like guides or brownies or physical culture or karate. Some of the things, I actually wanted to do a lot of these things, but these are like prefab and pre-made and I never took to these things. Even the things I wanted to do, I just couldn't do. So I can't count how many activities I tried when I was young, and I never took to them. And this is it. Photocopier art is it. This is what I'm good at. This is my song. And Dad also does philosophy classes, but it doesn't make him a nice person. He doesn't make a nice person, philosophy. And it's called practical philosophy, the school of practical philosophy. But he's fucking a dunce because he's not even applying his so-called practical philosophy. It's bullshit. It's rubbish. Got some glitter on the bed from there. So basically he's just a fucking full of shit, my father. He's full of it. Full of fucking crap. He's a fucking idiot. So, he doesn't... He's a fucking idiot, and he doesn't want me to be happy. He just wants to live his life through me or through my brother. My brother, on the other hand, is a lot like Dad. He also hates my photocopier art, and we don't get along. So I don't get along with both of the males in the family. And they're just like the school bullies, and most of the bullies at school were blokes. So there seems to be a strange correlation between bullying and males. I seem to find it harder to get on with boys than I always like when I was at school. So, the thing was, I tried my best. I've got disabilities too, folks. I've got problems with my short-term memory and my hippocampus because I had a cord around my neck and I came out feet first. So that fucked up my academic achievements. And it was really hard trying to apply myself at school, and Dad always kept calling me negative. But where's the negativity come from? When, Dad told me, incidentally, that I was a very peaceful child up until about the age of 18 months. And I'm just wondering, well, why did I become so negative? It's not because of me. It's got to be because of him. Because I was only a child, an innocent kid. And Dad was always fucking good at punishing, like strapping us. I don't know if my brother was strapped, but I certainly got strapped. And that wasn't very nice. He even locked me out of the house when I was 5 years old. And I was on the doorstep crying. So Dad's a real mean master. So I forgot what I was saying before, I just diverted. But anyway, all right? Anyway, I'll just wish my dad a happy birthday bash. Happy birthday bashing, fuddy-duddy! Ha! Gotta go.